broke for lunch, we were talking about a series of interviews that you had with the defense on August 7th of 2023, September 12th of 2023, December 6th of 2023, and February 8th of 2024. Do you recall that?
Yes.
During these interviews, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that prior to the murder, you were at the house, the Sementilli home, several times, especially when Fabio was away on business?
Yes.
On February 8th, it appears that you were shown crime scene photos. Do you recall that?
I don't remember the date, but I remember seeing the photos.
So you were shown crime scene photos, correct?
A few of them.
Only a few?
Yeah, a couple of them.
A couple now. Which is it, a couple or a few?
Maybe two, I'm guessing.
Two.
It wasn't that many.
So you weren't shown the full set?
I don't even know what a full set is.
Okay. But in your, in what you remember today, in your memory, it was a few or a couple, maybe two or three. Is that what you've testified to here today?
Maybe two.
Maybe two. Okay. And during that same interview on February 8th of 2024, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that the letter that you wrote to Monica contained falsehoods?
I can't remember what day it was exactly, but I remember telling him that it was false. It was a lot of inaccuracies and a lot of lies in it. I don't know what day it was.
Okay. Did you also tell them that on the day of the murder that you knew Fabio was going to be there alone?
I can't remember that.
During the February 8th interview, do you see here where it says, I knew he was going to be there at the home alone during the February 8th interview?
Okay, I must have said it then.
Okay.
I just don't remember it.
And then do you also remember telling Mr. Levine and his investigator, I wanted him out of the way long term so we could be together?
I do remember saying that.
Okay.
Not on that date, I don't know, but I remember saying it to him.
Do you have any reason to suspect that that it wasn't that day?
I just don't remember what day it was.
Okay? And again, there's no recording, so there's no transcript, but I'm showing you...
I'm sorry, I'll wait.
I'm showing you the report from that day to see if that alone refreshes your recollection as to when you made that statement to the defense.
I don't remember that date.
Your Honor, the first part of that, asked and answered several times, has become argumentative.
It's argumentative, sustained. Just on the first part. I'm not striking the answer.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator during that February 8th interview that this was not a plan made well in advance?
If that's what it was said in there, yes.
Okay. And so that would also be a lie, correct?
That plan, not in advance, but plans in general, yes.
So again, that would be a lie when you told Mr. Levine and his investigator on February 8th that the plan to kill Fabio was not made well in advance.
That plan wasn't made well in advance.
So it's true, is what you're saying now.
I'm answering your question. That plan wasn't made in advance.
Yet,
Plans.
we talked about the fact that you made a plan such that you purchased a knife, right?
Yes.
Took it with you to Vegas,
Yes.
right? Made arrangements for Chris Austin to come with you,
Yes.
drove to Vegas,
Yes.
and discussed the plan.
It was just to see if he would go along with it, the Vegas plan.
But again, that was the same plan, right? You were gonna kill Fabio Sementilli using a knife, right? It's the same plan.
It was the same plan, but it was nothing concrete.
Okay. So when you told them that it was not a plan made well in advance, that would be false, because as we discussed, and you told the jury, you did this way back in July of 2016, correct?
I did what? Make a plan?
Yes.
It wasn't the same plan. It was something different.
It was,
But-
again, a plan to kill Fabio Sementilli that you hatched way back in the summer of 2016, correct?
It wasn't the same plan.
Okay. So you're saying that your statement to Mr. Levine and his investigator, this was not a plan made well in advance, is true. Is that your statement today to this jury?
Yes.
Okay. On February 8th, do you recall them showing you the video of the two joggers running toward the Sementilli house?
I don't remember the date, but I remember them showing me the video of the joggers.
And did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you were on the video?
Yes.
Okay. Did you also tell Mr. Levine during this interview that the fact that you drove a rental car that day was just a fluke?
I don't remember every portion of the conversation. If he put it on there, I said it.
Okay. You would agree, I assume, today, that that statement that you gave to the defense was also a lie, right?
Sure.
And then you also said on that February 8th interview that you lied about some of the details relating to the murder in the letter.
Say that again one more time.
You lied only about some of the details relating to the murder in the letter.
When I was talking to Levine and Company.
Levine and Company, right?
Yes.
So that means some of the things in the letter were true.
Some of them.
Okay. Did you also tell Mr. Levine and Company that you had provided a ridiculous explanation for some of the details, such as the birthday card story?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
And did you also tell them that the birthday card story was bullshit?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
Does that sound like something you would have said?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
Okay. Well, you have no reason to believe that they would fabricate what you told them, right?
No, they wouldn't.
Okay. And then you also told them that you didn't want Monica to find out that you had intentionally murdered Fabio. Do you remember that?
If it's in there, then I probably said it.
Okay. Probably or did?
I probably said it.
So it doesn't mean that you did, right?
I probably did say it. I probably did say it.
Okay. And then on December 6th, during yet another interview, did you tell Levine and Company that once it was clear that Fabio was dead, you went through the house removing anything that might tie you to the scene?
I probably did say that too.
And did you also tell them that one of the items that you removed from the house was the birthday card?
I may have. I just don't remember.
So did you leave a birthday card there when you went to kill Fabio that day?
No.
So that was another lie that you told on December 6th to Levine and Company, right?
Probably.
Your Honor, I object to Levine and Company. I wish we were incorporated.
I understand that, but I'm not going to order counsel to refer to you in any other way.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to order counsel to refer to Mr. Levine in any other way.
Okay. And did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you put the birthday card and the murder weapon into a pillowcase and took them along with the security VCR?
If that's what they said, I probably did.
What you probably did or what you did?
That's, what I said was probably what I said, but what I did, no.
So again, that would be yet another lie that you told them on December 6th, correct?
Yeah.
2023.
Yes?
And then you told them you dumped all the items into a trash dumpster not far from the Ralphs.
Correct.
Is that part true? Or again, is that yet another lie?
That was a lie.
That was also a lie.
Yes.
Okay. It appears that at no point during this interview did you ever mention gold coins or documents. True?
Correct.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that if you saw the discovery, especially your texts and emails, it would help you reconstruct a timeline?
If I said that or not? Is that what you're asking me? I don't remember if I said that or not.
You don't remember if you said that?
No, I don't remember saying that. Meaning I can't remember saying it.
Right.
I don't have that photographic memory like that.
I'm sorry?
I don't have that audio.
Your Honor, I would ask that the approach with the specific item that...
And that would be true. If you're going to try and refresh memory, it cannot be done like this.
Yeah, I'm
This
not
approach.
trying to refresh. I believe I'm impeaching based on the history of the last 3 days.
Well, Your Honor, I'm happy to have the
Stop.
entire...
Stop, both of you. You want to approach? You're going to approach.
Yes.
Looking at item number 24. You see that on your screen there?
Yes.
Baker said if he saw the discovery, especially his texts and emails, it would help him reconstruct a timeline of the day of the murder. Remember that?
I'm trying to remember what context it was used in. Was it before or after? I didn't know how, because we had that discussion.
Move to strike, non-responsive.
I see it on paper.
Do you remember saying this to Mr. Levine and his investigator?
I don't remember saying it, but I'm sure I did.
Okay.
I'd ask the whole number be introduced.
It's over.
Again, did you then also say that you never told your attorney what happened because you were waiting to see the discovery? Remember that?
Yes.
And that's because, again, as you've done here today numerous times, and the last several days since you've been testifying, you are attempting to construct a story around the evidence, correct?
That's argument.
Sustained.
You also told Mr. Levine that you thought you might not be convicted, right?
Early on, that's what I thought, yes.
Okay. During this interview, the same interview that you're asking to see the discovery.
Yes, early on, yes.
Early on in what?
Early on, before I you got me all over the place here. Before I pled out.
Before what?
Before I pled.
At the time that you pled, you realized that you would be convicted, and that was why you pled, correct?
That was a major part of it.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you didn't want to go to trial? I finally realized the outcome.
If he said it, I mean, if it's in there, I said it.
Okay? And did you also tell them during the February 8th of 2024 interview that you went to the Sementilli house that day to kill Fabio?
Yes.
Okay? Did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that Monica wasn't that happy in her marriage?
I think so.
You
I think
think
so.
so or you did?
No, I think so.
So you don't remember?
I don't remember every conversation on every particular day. I don't have all that information. I don't have nothing but a golf pencil and a piece of paper wherever I go.
Showing you this line here next to the number 31. Monica really wasn't that happy in her marriage. It's written there.
Okay.
So if it's written there, you said it, right?
I must have.
During the September 12th of 2023 and December 6th of 2023, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that the second person who went with you to the Sementilli house was Jaybird or Jalen?
Yes.
Did you also tell them during those two interviews that Jaybird or Jalen was someone you met playing basketball in the park?
Yes.
Did you tell them that the park was not far from Roscoe and DeSoto at a nearby taco truck?
Yes. Yes.
Did you provide any other information other than the name Jaybird or Jalen and the fact that he played basketball in the park?
I don't remember offhand. I might have, but I don't remember all the details of the conversation.
Again, during any of these 4 interviews, were your statements recorded in any manner?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Your Honor, can we approach?
No.
Did you see anybody taking any notes?
Yes.
Who was that?
The private investigator.
Did you review his notes?
No.
Were they read to you to see if they were accurate?
No.
Okay. Was your attorney present at any of the 4 interviews?
No.
Did you speak to your attorney at all about the interviews that you gave to the defense?
No.
Did you call him to talk to him about the interview?
No.
Okay. Let's talk about your interview on February 14th of 2024. This would be the 5th version. Again, on that day, was your attorney present?
No.
Do you know how long the interview was?
No.
Okay. Do you recall being interviewed for just under 2 hours?
I don't remember the time.
Could it have been 2 hours?
It could have been.
Okay. Again, was any recording made?
No.
During this interview, did anybody take notes?
Yes.
Who was that?
Private investigator.
Okay. Do you remember telling them during this interview that you learned what Monica and her family were doing on the day of the murder during a routine conversation with Monica?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I have the number each time. Thank you.
Do you also remember telling them that you believed there was a window of time when Fabio would be home alone?
Something like that.
Okay. That's what you told this jury, right?
Yes.
Did you also tell the investigator that it had never been a convenient time before then and this was a good window?
I probably said that.
Probably, or did?
I don't remember because I don't remember every conversation I've had.
During this interview, as opposed to what we talked about during your prior interviews, did you tell them that you first thought about killing Fabio several months prior to January of 2017?
I probably did.
Did you also tell them that divorce was not an option because Monica's family doesn't do divorce?
I probably said that too.
Okay. Did you also tell them that there would not have been a killing if Monica told you that a divorce was coming?
Sounds about right.
Did you tell them the ultimate goal of killing Fabio was so that you and Monica could be together?
Yes.
Okay. During this interview, did you also tell them that that morning you and Monica played racquetball? She hit you with her racket and it was bleeding bad.
Yes.
And that you stopped the bleeding using a towel, not a Band-Aid, a towel.
At first, yes. Use direct pressure.
Did you also tell them that you did not report your injury, but you cleaned up yourself?
Yes.
And that you used a Band-Aid from a small first aid kit that you kept in your bag?
Yes.
Did you tell them that Monica took the bloody towel home?
Yes.
During this conversation or this interview on Valentine's Day of 2024, did you tell Mr. Levine that after leaving the gym you made contact with Jaybird or Jalen and told him you knew how you guys could make some money?
I don't remember the date of the interview, but I remember saying something like that, yes.
And that you told this Jalen or Jaybird that you would burglarize a house in a ritzy area of Woodland Hills?
I probably said that.
And did you also tell them that you told Jaybird or Jalen that you made no mention to this individual Jaybird or Jalen of your plan to kill Fabio?
My mind was wandering. Sorry, one more time.
Did you tell Mr. Levine that you didn't tell Jaybird or Jalen that you actually planned to kill Fabio?
If it's in there, I probably said it, but I don't remember it.
Your Honor, please try to do that.
Very well.
I'm sorry, can I have the last question read back, please?
No, you can please ask them.
Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that after leaving the gym, you contacted Jaybird or Jalen and told him that you would burglarize a house in a ritzy area of Woodland Hills?
I think so, yeah.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine that you told this individual, Jaybird or Jalen, that you would split between you whatever you took?
Yes, I was trying to accomplish something.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I was trying to accomplish something.
Okay. Move to strike the second half of the answer, Your Honor.
I'm going to allow that to stay.
All right. And then, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you wanted somebody with you to serve as an extra set of eyes, and that was why you got this person, Jaybird or Jalen?
Yes.
Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you contacted Jaybird and you found out that he wouldn't be available until later that afternoon, and so you made a plan to pick him up at Quimby Park, Q-U-I-M-B-Y? Did you say that to Mr. Levine?
Yes.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine that you picked up the car that Paula rented for you that day?
I probably did.
Did you tell Mr. Levine that the rental was going to be for 3 to 4 days?
Probably.
That was also a lie, right?
I don't remember the dates on all that stuff, but yeah, it probably incorrect or like one of the two. Because obviously the dates are wrong on the car, so that didn't.
You
that
only
wasn't
had a rental from Paula for 1 day, right?
I thought it was more than that, but you say it was 1 day. It felt more like a couple, but I don't remember. It's a long time ago.
Again, all of those things that you told Mr. Levine and his investigator were lies, right?
Some of them were, and some were true.
Which part about contacting Jaybird and Jalen and making a plan to pick him up at Quimby Park to commit a burglary in a ritzy area of Woodland Hills where you'd split the proceeds was true?
None of it, because I was trying to accomplish something.
None of it was true.
On the JB part, anything with JB in it was made up.
JB.
Yes.
Is that the same as Jaybird or Jalen?
Yes.
Okay. During this same interview on Valentine's Day of 2024, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that Monica had told you a long time ago the family had upgraded their security system at the house?
I can't remember offhand. I'm sure I said it if he put it in there.
Okay. Did you also tell him that she gave you access to the video feed so she could wave at you if you happened to be watching?
I did say that.
Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator during this same interview that you checked the front door, but it was locked?
Like ever check it, or on the day of the murder?
Obviously, we're talking about the day of the murder.
I can't remember if I did or not.
Your Honor, for the speed seems up, I will stipulate that every question starts with Mr. Levine and his investigator.
Thank you. But the people are free to ask a difficult question.
Again, did you tell them that you checked the front door that day, but it was locked?
Yes, probably did.
And did you then tell them that you went around the side of the house?
Yes.
Did you tell them that you entered the house in the rear through an unlocked sliding glass door into Monica's bedroom?
I probably did, if I remember right.
Did you also tell them that your lookout waited outside to keep an eye out?
I probably did.
Did you tell them that you moved through the house looking for Fabio?
I probably did.
Did you tell them that you heard the TV from outside and that you realized Fabio was sitting outside by the pool?
I probably did.
Did you also tell them that you snuck toward a kitchen door that opened onto the patio where Fabio was sitting?
I probably did.
Did you also tell them you were carrying a hunting knife you brought with you?
I probably did.
Did you tell them that you rushed through the door at Fabio after you opened it?
I probably did.
At any point in time during this interview, did you mention that you went into the garage and turned off the power so that you could get Fabio to come inside?
I don't recall.
If I were to tell you that there's zero mention of that in any of the interviews, does that refresh your recollection?
Not really. I just don't remember
Okay.
all these conversations because I'm not writing them down.
Okay. They were, though, you said, right?
Yeah, they were, obviously, but I'm not.
So if I were to tell you that there's no mention of that in the report or the notes, turning off the power to get Fabio to come inside, would that be then a new version of the story that you told to this jury on the stand?
It's an additional part nobody ever asked before.
Got it. Did you tell them that Fabio tried to resist and you didn't have any wounds afterwards?
I don't remember the conversation. I don't remember the entire conversation.
Did you tell them that if it's in their report?
If it's in there, I must have said it.
Did you tell them that when you came back inside of the house,
I'm going to object. She did not read the entirety of the statement.
You can do it then on redirect.
again, did you tell them that when you came back into the house, you saw that Jaybird had come inside the house?
I don't remember that. I don't remember the conversation, but if they wrote it, I probably said it.
And that would be a lie, right? Because there was no Jaybird.
There was no Jaybird.
There was no Jalen. Right?
Correct.
And then you said that Jaybird saw Fabio's bloody body and started to panic. That would be a lie as well, right?
Yes.
Did you also tell them that you saw a bloody towel in a plastic bag in the kitchen sink?
Yes.
Did you tell them that it was one of the towels you used to stop the bleeding that morning?
Yes.
Did you tell them that you grabbed the bloody towel from the sink and looked for bleach to clean up and found vinegar instead?
Something like that. It was bleach or vinegar. There was something to clean it with.
Okay. Did you tell them that you had the towel in your hand as you ran around the house looking for anything that looked valuable?
I think I told them I picked it up and put it in my pocket.
Okay. If I were to tell you that it specifically says you held the towel in your hand as you ran through the house, would that have been true?
No.
Would that have been what you told them?
I don't know. Maybe it was misunderstood or something.
Maybe it was misunderstood.
Maybe.
Either way, it's a lie.
Me having the towel and put it in my pocket? No, that's the truth.
What it says is you held the towel in your hand as you ran through the house. Would that be a lie?
Well, I needed both hands, so I couldn't keep it in my hand like that.
So again, would that be a lie?
Me having it in my hand, it would not be the truth. It wouldn't be accurate.
So it would be a lie.
It wouldn't be accurate.
And you said the plan was for the two of you to run back to where you parked the rental car, right?
Yes.
But rather than run the several blocks, you grabbed the Porsche keys from the kitchen counter, right?
It's not several blocks. It's a long way. But yes,
So if you said several blocks, would that have been another lie?
it's further than several blocks.
So again, that would be another lie that you said.
Inaccurate. That wouldn't be a lie. It's just trying to rehash everything, trying to think of everything.
Again, we talked about the difference between telling the truth and telling a lie last week. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's argument.
Sustained.
Did you tell them the truth or did you lie to them?
I told them the truth on that part.
You told them the truth, that you ran back several blocks to the car. That's the
No,
truth.
that wasn't the truth. No, that part wasn't the truth.
And then you told them that you saw the monitor on the kitchen counter, correct?
I can't remember.
Okay. Did you tell them the video box was clearly visible on the cabinet inside the garage?
Once you track the wires, yes.
Which wires were those?
Wires coming from, I guess, from the ceiling. You can't miss them.
Okay. So is there, at some point in the interview or in any of the interviews that you had with the defense, did you tell them about tracking wires?
We never talked about it.
Never.
I don't think so.
So again, that would be a new version that you brought up here on the stand, correct?
I'm going to allow that.
A new version?
Yes.
Nobody asked, so I gave the information.
Objection, move to strike as non-responsive.
Stricken.
Again, would that be a new version that you told on the stand regarding the wires?
Define version for me so I don't, please.
Objection, move to strike as non-responsive.
Stricken.
I don't know what it means, so I can't answer that.
A new version, I think, is fairly self-explanatory. It's different from what you've said before.
Okay. Then it is a new version.
And you're saying that there were wires coming out of the ceiling.
They came from, yes. They came from somewhere. You can see the wiring.
You could see wires. We'll find you a picture. Did you tell Mr. Levine and company that you pulled the video box out and threw it in a pillowcase?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
Did you tell them that the DVR box was about the size of an old-fashioned cable TV box?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
That would also be a lie, correct?
No, it wouldn't be a lie.
Well, an old-fashioned cable TV box would be much too large to put into a pillowcase, correct?
Objection, that's cause for speculation and conclusion.
Sustained.
Many times.
Showing you Exhibit 7. There's an 18 in the lower left corner. See this?
I see the cabinet.
Yeah. You see any wires coming out of the ceiling or the walls?
There's some
or
wires back
anything
there
of that
somewhere. I see the
nature?
wires. I see the wires, and that was back
Well,
there.
those are
back.
the cords that you unhooked
That's
from
what
the
I'm talking
DVR.
about. Those are
But
what I'm
you
talking
said
about.
there were wires that
What do you
went
think
into-
cord is?
You said there were wires coming out of the ceiling, right?
Yep. It's argumentative. We're
Sustained.
arguing.
Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you drove the Porsche away from the house back to where you parked the Versa and Jaybird volunteered to get rid of the Porsche?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
That would be another lie, correct?
Yes.
You then told Mr. Levine and his investigator that that was the last time you saw Jaybird, correct?
Yes.
That would be yet another lie, right? Because there was no Jaybird.
No sworn statement. Yes.
No sworn statement.
Correct.
Okay, so that means it's not a lie.
That means it was a lie. That means I can lie because I'm not swearing to any of that.
Got it. And then you said you drove the rental car back to your apartment. Do you remember that?
Probably said, yeah, if it's in there, I said it.
and you said you washed up, got ready for work. Right?
Yep.
And you said you had no contact with Monica while you're inside the house, right?
If it's in there, I probably said it.
Okay. And I showed you earlier the message from her at 4:46, and we talked about that was when you were at the Sementilli, on the Sementilli property. Remember that?
I have no idea that message because I didn't have Viber anymore.
Got it. Well, you had it that day because
But
you
not
Vibered her.
then, but not at that time what you're talking about.
Jack, it does not mean that any message or call.
Stop it. Counsel, you're testifying now. I won't accept that. If it's an objection, if that's what you're saying, it's overruled.
What was the question again?
You told us earlier that the 4:46 message would have come while you were inside the Sementilli home. Remember, I showed you the time of the video,
Right.
joggers,
Right.
and then you said you didn't have. You just told us you didn't have Viber anymore. At that point.
I was thinking about later.
Okay. And do you recall that actually, when you left the house and got to a place outside of the home, you messaged Monica back on Viber at 5:14 that day? Do you remember that?
I really don't remember that.
Okay. If you did, was that to tell her job done?
I don't even remember sending a message out.
Okay.
At what time was that? 5 what?
Showing you again what's been marked as People's 160. .446. Monica, as we talked about, messages you. The next message is at 5:14 in 30 seconds. You message her. Correct?
I'm probably in the porch still, or walking away from it right now. I don't even have a phone at that time, so I don't know how that came about.
So that was just sort of
I don't
maybe
know.
a Viber glitch.
That might be your glitch. I don't know.
Got it. You were communicating with her to let her know the job was done, right?
I wasn't communicating to say no job was done.
Okay. Did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator you went to Target that day?
Yes.
Did you tell him that when you went to the Target, your plan was already in motion?
I probably did say that. I don't remember every part of this conversation with them. I don't.
Okay. Did you tell Mr. Levine in this version that you don't remember seeing Monica at the Target or in the parking lot, and it must have been a coincidence? Did you tell him that?
I don't remember the conversation.
If you did, as we talked about earlier when I showed you the photographs and the video, that again would be a group of lies, correct?
Yeah, if that's the case, yes.
And did you also tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you may have just been killing time, waiting in the parking lot?
If that's what was in the paper, yes.
Would that again be a lie?
Well, no, I could have been there. It might have been I was waiting for something because I was back there for just waiting for time.
Waiting for Monica. We talked about that earlier, right? She calls you, then she starts messaging you, and then you meet her, right?
That wasn't the plan at all.
I see. And then you said you were killing time because you knew your lookout wasn't available until closer to 4. Do you remember saying that?
I thought we're talking about that incident. I thought we're talking about the case. Okay. Yeah. Got
Yep.
you. I understand now. Yeah. That whole interview was probably shadowed with all kind of inconsistencies on purpose. For a
Meaning
reason.
lies.
For a reason, yes.
Okay. And then you told Mr. Levine and his investigator that you didn't try to see or talk to Monica for several days after the murder, right?
If that's what he put down there, yes.
Okay. And that again would be a lie, right?
A lie for a reason, yes.
Okay. Well, every lie is for a reason,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. It
To
sure
mislead.
was. It was a reason.
That's overruled.
Yeah, it was-
correct?
every lie for that day was a reason. It was a reason
Every
why.
lie that you ever told.
No, for that reason, for that day, yes.
And then, did you also tell Mr. Levine that you were worried that Monica was wearing a wire? Remember saying that?
It probably came up. If he wrote it in there, I probably said it.
Okay. That would be another lie, right? You didn't think Monica would be trying to record you, right?
Anything is possible at that point.
Okay. But you told us that you never told Monica that you committed this crime, and she never
That
asked.
doesn't mean she may not be wearing a wire.
Got it. So you actually thought she might be wearing a wire.
Anything was possible. I trusted no one.
But the two of you got naked, so you would see that she wasn't wearing a wire, right?
It's argumentative
So a rule.
and no foundation.
You mean naked wear?
Excuse me. So a rule.
Naked wear.
Well, at your apartment,
Well, it's not-
at
obviously
Mr.
not.
Brown's apartment.
But on any day
At
when
a
there's clothes on
hotel.
right after the incident was happening, yeah, anything was possible. A wire could have been possible.
Okay.
And that's why I told him that.
Those would be additional lies, right?
If I'm lying, it's for a reason.
Right. We've established that. And then you said to Mr. Levine that you were afraid Monica would believe you had something to do with the murder.
I felt that way a couple of times.
Okay. Yet you never said or did anything to discuss it with her.
I sure was not.
Okay. And you said you also wanted Monica to come to you, not the other way around, correct?
If it's in there, that's what I said.
And that's what you did. You waited for Monica to come to you, correct?
Your Honor, could it be made clear what time?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to counsel continually speaking in front of the
There's no
jury.
foundation, it's
So-
speculation.
I don't even know where she's at half the time. She's bouncing all over the place, so I don't know either.
Move to strike whatever he just said, which was totally
Not
irresponsible.
responsive.
Do you also remember telling Mr. Levine and his investigator that you met Monica at a noisy bar in Glendale or Studio City because you were still worried about her being wired? Remember saying that?
Yes, some version of it, yes.
Okay. Would that again be
I don't remember
another
every
lie?
word. I don't remember every word we talked about. I'm sorry. I just don't remember every word.
Would that be another lie?
No.
And then you said Monica was happy to see you. Remember that?
Yes.
Okay. Would that be the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you also said that you and Monica never spoke about Fabio having life insurance, right?
Correct.
And that you didn't even care about life insurance, right?
I didn't.
Okay. And that you were aware that corporate executives get life insurance policies that are paid for by their employers, correct?
I just know they have insurance. I do know that. All that extra I don't know about.
Okay. So that would be true, right?
Correct.
And then at that point in time, did you request that they play for you a series of recorded conversations between the two of you and Monica?
I don't remember asking to hear it or anything, but I did hear the overhears.
Okay, so they
'Cause I
played the
never-
overhears.
Yeah, because I never heard them before.
Okay, so the overhears were played for you.
Well, not all of them, just pieces.
Okay.
Just pieces of them.
Okay. And then did you tell Mr. Levine you knew the police were listening to what was being said?
Most of the time, yes.
Did you also tell Mr. Levine that your offer to lie and take the blame was just showing Monica how much you loved her?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. And then you were asked why you waited almost 7 years before coming forward, and you said that you thought you would be acquitted. Is that right?
I don't. If they wrote it down there, that's what I said.
Now, let me interrupt you for a second. We need to take a 5-minute recess. even though we are going to stop at 3:15, we'll take a 5-minute recess. The evidence supplies. See you back here in 5 minutes.
I probably said that.
Let's talk about the next interview. This would be February 29th of 2024, version 7.
I'm going to check to version 7.
So ruled.
On this date, once again, when you were interviewed, was your attorney present?
I'm going to object to that line of question. The court is with me. We vote.
Yes.
Again, in this February 29th, 24 interview, was your attorney present?
No,
And again, was this interview recorded?
not that I was aware of.
In this particular interview, did you promise Mr. Levine and his investigator that you would answer all questions honestly?
I probably did.
And once again, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator, after you promised to answer all questions honestly, that your crimey, the person you committed the crime with, was Jaybird or Jay?
Yes, trying to hide Austin's identity.
So the answer is yes. That's what you told them. Your crimey was Jaybird or Jay.
Yes, to hide Austin's identity.
So after promising them that you would answer all questions honestly, you then proceeded to lie, correct?
Yes.
Bless you.
Yes.
Did you also tell them that you always needed money?
Something's taken out of context here. I didn't always need money, but it's always good to have money. So yeah, so I always need money. Yes, I probably said that.
So again, not out of context, you probably said
I don't know where that came out. It just seems like it came from one section to another, so I don't know where that came from. So I probably said it.
Did you also tell them that, Jalen always needed money, or Jaybird or Jay?
I might have. I probably did. If he wrote it in there, I probably said it.
Did you describe this person, Jaybird or Jay?
I gave a description.
What was the description?
I don't remember.
Did you tell them that he was either brown-skinned or African-American?
I probably did.
Did you tell them that he was, you met him playing basketball?
I did say that.
Did you tell him that he was about 1 to 2 inches taller than you?
I remember saying.
Roughly.
I remember saying that.
Okay. Did you tell them that he was average?
I could have said that.
Did you tell them that you met him 1 to 2 years before the murder?
I probably said that.
Did you tell them that you picked him up there or nearby on the day of the murder?
I probably said that.
Would it be fair to say that all of this, again, was a completely manufactured story?
Everything with Jaybird was.
Did you ask Monica's lawyers whether they had filed anything to suppress anything?
I don't remember that.
You don't remember asking them, have they filed to suppress anything?
I can't remember that. I don't remember that.
Does that sound like something you would ask?
I can't remember if I said it or not. Anything could be possible when I'm thinking, yes. But I don't remember saying that.
Did you discuss with them that the DA believes you won't truthfully name the second person?
Yes.
And I was right, correct?
You were right. That time.
And then did you again tell them that you were telling the truth?
About Jaybird?
Did you again tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you were telling the truth?
I was telling the truth on some parts and not on the others. I don't know which one you're talking about, though.
Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you are going to tell the truth?
Oh, yes. In trial, I was.
No, in the interview.
Oh, I don't remember. I probably did. I don't know.
And once again, did you go on to lie to them?
I did. I was still trying to hide identity.
At that point, after telling them once again that you were going to tell the truth, did you tell them that you had no common friends with Jay?
I probably did.
Did you tell them that Jay has no contact with Monica?
Yes.
Did you tell them that Jay was the lookout?
Yes.
Did you tell them the last time you saw Jay is when he jumped in the porch?
I think so. I think that's what I said.
Okay. Did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you contacted Jay through an app?
Yes.
Which app was that?
It was a made-up app. It didn't exist. Jay didn't exist, remember?
Yeah, I get that, but I'm asking you what you told them.
Oh, I don't remember.
You don't know which app?
I don't remember what I told them. It wasn't...
Because it was a lie, so it's hard to
Jalen
remember.
was a lie, yes. I told you that 50 times already.
And then you told him that you got something to make money, and you had his number, right?
Oh, Jalen?
Jalen, Jaybird, Jay,
Yes.
all lies.
Yes, Jalen's a made-up character.
And then at that point, did you also tell Mr. Levine that you cleared your phone after this, purged all your numbers in order to destroy it?
Yes.
And that was in order to destroy evidence, correct?
Yes.
At this point, did you tell Mr. Levine and his investigator that you parked 2 to 4 blocks from your apartment in the rental?
Yes.
That would again be a lie, correct?
Yes.
Did you also tell them that Jay was about 23 to 24 years old?
Yes.
Once again, another lie, correct?
To hide identity, yes.
And at that point, did you admit to Mr. Levine and his investigator that the birthday card story was made up?
Yes.
Did you tell the investigator and Mr. Levine that everything is out on the table?
It might have said that. I just don't remember the exact words, but I might have said that.
Except you were still lying to them, correct?
Yes.
So everything wasn't on the table, right?
No.
And then at that point, you said you swore that you would tell the truth, correct?
I didn't swear anything.
You didn't?
I don't swear unless I'm going to court.
Did you tell them that you were going to tell the truth?
Yes.
Yet you continued to lie to them again, right?
Not on everything, but yes.
You told him Jay was clean shaven, right?
Jay is a made-up person, yes.
And Jay was from Houston, Texas.
Yes.
They asked you if you had sent a message to Monica on the following day after the murder saying you were sorry, and you said you don't remember doing that.
I don't.
Correct?
I don't remember.
You also told them that after the murder you got rid of everything, correct?
If that's what they said, that's what they wrote.
That's what
There's
you
a lot of
said, correct?
there's a lot of stuff in between that's missing. So,
I'm going to object, move to strike as non-responsive.
Stricken.
Again, is that what you told them?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure if they wrote it down there, I said it somewhere.
Okay. And then at that point, they told you that you were their most important witness, correct?
I don't remember that.
Do you remember them saying no witness is more important?
I don't remember that part of the conversation, but they wrote it down. I guess that's what was said.
At that point, you were asked about Chris Austin, correct?
I don't remember offhand.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember a lot of the conversation. But if they said they did that, then it must have been done.
Do you remember telling them that Austin comes down approximately 2 times a year, sometimes around his birthday, and he has nothing to do with this?
I remember that part of the conversation, yes.
Again, more lies, correct?
No, that's true.
And you told them at this point that your testimony is official, correct?
If that's what they said. I don't remember all this part because it's a lot missing here.
Move to strike the last half as non-responsive.
Mr. Chicken?
Let's talk about the next interview. Version 8 on April 1st of 2024. Do you remember that interview?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I know it probably occurred.
Once again, on April 1st, was your attorney present?
No.
Was this interview recorded?
Not that I know of.
During this interview with the defense, did you tell them that being Mr. Levine and his investigator, that your lawyer told you about the DNA evidence?
Yes.
And that your attorney, before Mr. Simran, showed you a video of the 2 men jogging toward the Sementilli residence?
Yes.
During this interview, at any point in time, did you admit to Mr. Levine and his investigator that you had lied to them in all of your prior interviews regarding Jalen, Jaybird, and Jay?
I hadn't volunteered that, no.
At any point in time during that interview, did you talk to them about or mention even the gold coins?
The what?
Gold coins.
Oh, I don't think so, no.
Do you recall Mr. Levine and his investigator coming to interview you yet again on May 8th?
I don't remember the dates.
Okay. If I were to tell you that there was yet another interview on May 8th,
Yet another interview and argument.
Then it's overruled.
Does that refresh your recollection?
That we had interviews? We had interviews.
That you were interviewed yet again on May 8th of 2024, version 9.
I don't remember the dates. I don't have nothing but golf pencils.
Okay. During this interview, was it recorded?
Not that I'm aware of.
Was your lawyer present?
No.
Okay. During this interview, again, did you correct your prior lies about Jaybird, Jalen, or Jay?
No.
During this interview, did you mention anything about the gold coins?
No.
Do you recall being interviewed yet again in November of 2024?
Yes, kind of. I know it was later in the year.
Okay. And do you recall, again, being spoken to at this point in time, and you were told by Mr. Levine that Austin had been arrested and extradited to Los Angeles?
Yes.
Again, was your lawyer present during this interview?
No.
Was it recorded?
Not that I know of.
During this interview, did you ask to hear the statements you had previously made?
That I previously made?
Yes. Did you ask Mr. Levine and his investigator to hear your prior statements?
I don't recall that.
Okay. If it says that in the interview notes, would that be true? You wanted to hear your statements, obviously, right?
You
told
wanted to
us
hear
that.
my statements?
Yeah, you wanted to hear recordings of your own statements.
Recordings? You mean over here?
That misstates the evidence.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I'm like I said. It's important to know what was being said beforehand.
Move to strike as non-responsive.
Stricken.
I have no idea exactly the contents of what we were talking about at that time. I really don't know.
Were any statements played for you?
Statements, no. No audio was played.
Were any transcripts provided to you?
I don't think there were. I don't
You don't
remember.
think?
I don't remember.
Your Honor, I'm going to object. Can we approach?
All right.
To hear any of your own statements?
No.
You did not.
No, I asked to hear Austin's statements.
Okay.
I'm
And
sorry. You mean at the last question, counsel?
were you provided with Austin's statements?
No.
None were played for you.
No. No audio was played.
Were any transcripts provided to you?
No, I wasn't just given transcripts.
So you asked, but nothing was given to you regarding Austin.
Eventually, there were a couple of blurbs were read, but not the whole thing. It was like pieces.
I need to keep my promise to the jury. We're going to adjourn at this time until tomorrow at 9 o'clock. The admission of colleagues not discuss the case either among yourselves or anyone else will form express any opinion to the cause is finally submitted to you. Have a good evening. See you tomorrow.